Today's dating profile of the day is of this girl. Her name is Brianna. And believe it or not, I would suggest to swipe right on her profile, but not for the reasons that I normally suggest that. Um, you can easily see by her pictures that um she is not a girlfriend material, if you will. I don't see any tattoos here, though. I'm pretty sure I did see in one of the expanded pictures, but I thought I did. Now, of course, if she has tattoos, absolutely no reason to do that. But in her profile, she even tells you she is not looking for a long-term relationship, right? She definitely did not. Um, um, she did not forget to click that most important checkbox. And in her profile, she basically says, "Hey, listen, just go in with the flow, and we'll see from there." Right? Um, don't talk to me until we've had coffee. That's a little bit rude, but whatever. She smokes weed, which is, I'm okay with, but it depends how much and why and all of that stuff. Um, doesn't have any kids, doesn't have any pets, is interested in hookups, short term dating, and new friends. Now, she's 27. Uh, Not a very appropriate picture here as well. I don't see my future wife or my future girlfriend kind of doing this. This is not the worst pictures we've seen in dating profiles, but this is still a bit of a yellow flag. But here's why I think you should swipe right on it. If you want to get a friend with benefits, which I don't know why anybody would not want. If you're a single guy, friends with benefits, it's good for you in so many different ways, including regular sex with a partner that's committed to your sexual relationship, having some good feminine energy in your life. I love it. I've always had multiple, and absolutely do now here in Thailand. These are hard to find in America. I think girls who are willing to be friends with benefits are harder to find than women actually want a long term relationship. And this one doesn't seem to be poisonous. This does not seem to be a gold digger, right? A lot of these girls who's like saying, "Yeah, absolutely, I will hook up as long as you make my car payments, or as long as you be taking me for expensive dinners." So essentially, you kind of hiring a subscription prostitute. In this case, I find nothing wrong with her profile, where I would say she would want to exchange sex for money or goods or services. So in this case, and she's not ugly, I don't think she is. Um, Nice body, I would say. It is very rare where I see profile and say, "Wow, this girl can be a great friend with benefits." She's not a gold digger. She's not a sugar baby or whatever. She says she values honesty. I see nothing wrong with this profile. Yes, she's not a girlfriend material, though she could be, right? Essentially, if she one day decides to want to be in a relationship, though she is 27, so time is running out. But if you want a friend with benefits, I'd say count her in. This is very rare. This is very rare, but I'd say go for it. So that would be my recommendation on this profile. This is what a profile with no red flags and pretty much no yellow flags looks like, and yet it is not for the long-term relationship, which is okay. The Rock says, here's the philosophical thought regarding women. She's not yours, it's your turn. This applies to prostitutes who went outside the West. In the West, it applies to women who jump from one guy to another. Yes, but see, I am a huge supporter of prostitution. I believe it should be legal. That's one of the rights that men should fight for, is to make prostitution legal. I live in Southeast Asia. It is cheaper to hire a professional here than to take a girl out on a real date, like, drinks, dinner, and a movie. Okay, it takes the power from women who use sex as a bargaining chip completely away. Now, you don't have to want to use prostitutes. It's up to you, right? But having it as an option, and women knowing that their cooch is not worth that much, is a it's a game changer. It's a fucking game changer. I would fight, like, one on top three on my priority list if I was to fight for laws to be changed, would be legalizing prostitution. It is a must. Now in the future there won't be probably prostitutes, there will be AI humanoid robots for men to pretty much never need a woman for sex, but it is absolutely a must. So yes, now I also am not on the side of Andrew Tates of the world, where I want a girl who is pure, a virgin, or had a very low body count. I have had enough of those girls here, and even in America, where you get together with a girl who has a low body count and you realize she sucks in bed. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean, she's awful in bed and not trainable either. Because a lot of guys go like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll find a girl. She might not be really good, but I'll teach her." No, you guys don't understand. The reason these girls have a low body count is because they don't really like sex. They look at it as a symptom or a side effect of a relationship. They don't look at sex as an actual physical pleasure exercise. That's why you cannot train them. It's not in here. So I actually don't mind having, getting together with a girl that had some experience. Now, if it's in the hundreds or whatever, then yes, we have all kinds of emotional and issues and STDs probably and stuff like that. But, if a girl had a healthy number of sex partners, I would prefer that girl rather than to a virgin, because I got to tell you, I've had enough of that. You guys live in America, a lot of you, and you haven't met women that I meet here, and they're kind and they're great, and it's it's easy to kind of fall in love with them. But the fact that they're so bad in bed is a problem for me, because to me, sex is the number one priority. I absolutely must have it. The quality should be high throughout the entire relationship. If it's not there, I'm just not interested, no matter um, how amazing the girl is in many other ways. So, yeah. And listen, if you have a friend with benefits, she probably has other guys, just like you should have other girls. And of course, you need to talk about safety and STDs and all of that stuff, being an adult. But when you have a friend with benefits, why do you even care if she's hooking up with other guys? I mean, like I said, it's a friend with benefits. Use it properly. Um, KL says, I agree, prostitution would be. I'm surprised that the prostitution has not been voted in, for example, in states like Nevada or even California. It's unfortunate. He says it's to prevent women and society from manipulating the male sexual libido, which women do all the time. Women do this all the fucking time. And I got to tell you guys, I've been in many places where, maybe it's not legal, but it's there for you. And it is freeing. It is freeing to know that anytime you want to have sex, you're going to save time and money if you use the professional services. So it is what it is. But like I said, I don't have a problem with the women saying, "Hey, I just want to hook up, no hard feelings," and I think this is great. I am in a few of those relationships right now. Absolutely love it. Recommend. If you want to ditch modern women and move abroad for more traditional relationships, go to themillionmanproject.com, take my most comprehensive course, and change your life.